Madcap Central is a cloud-based platform that lets you plan, track, and manage the processes, content, and teams that are at the heart of your organization. It is especially ideal for Madcap Flare users, but even non-Flare users can take advantage of Madcap Central. After you first log into Central, you'll see your name at the top, next to your license. If you're a user on more than one license, you can use the drop-down to switch between licenses. If you're a Flare author, you'll see a series of icons on the left side of the interface. These icons open the different pages and dashboards where you'll work. If you're a non-Flare user, in other words, a subject matter expert, you'll only see the reviews icon. You don't need to open or use the rest of the pages and features in Central. Also keep in mind that if you're working on a smaller screen or at a low resolution, the main page icons and some other things will actually be accessed from a flyout menu on the left. This leaves the primary areas of focus in view, but also makes other options easily accessible. The first person to log into Madcap Central using your company's license has user administration permission. From the Users page, this person can invite other individuals to join the license. You can invite individuals as Flare authors, or you can invite non-Flare users who will function as subject matter experts in Central. A third type of person you can invite is a viewer. These are individuals whose only role is to access private output that you produce. They don't even need to be part of your company. Users can be added one at a time or in bulk by pointing to a CSV file containing each person's email, first name, then last name. If you need to use the CSV file method, you can click this link to download an Excel file that is already formatted for you. The user administrator can assign permissions to other Flare authors. These users can receive basic permissions, but they can also be given higher administrative rights. When a new user is invited, that person receives an email. The individual must click a link to activate the account and set up a password. From the Users page, you can see all other users in the system. Users with a crown icon have user administration permissions. You can click your name at the top of the interface and then open the User Settings dialog to complete your own profile. Flare authors can also choose notifications. You can open the Teams page to create and manage teams of users. This is a way to organize users into different groups. Teams are also important if you plan to generate private output. Not only can you associate specific users with a team, but you can also link teams to uploaded Flare projects, which we'll talk about next. After teams are created, you can see the users and projects associated with each one. The Projects page shows all Madcap Flare projects that have been uploaded to your Central license. These are copies of the local projects located on users' desktops. There are many good reasons to upload Flare projects to Central. For example, you can let Central build and host your output, which means you can publish without having to involve an IT department. Also, the connection between your local Flare project files and the cloned files on Central can be used as a source control solution. And that's just to name a couple of reasons. But trust me, there's more. Lots more. You do not upload projects from within Central. Instead, you do this from the desktop project itself, using a recent version of Flare that supports it. Also, it's important to know that Central is not a replacement for your desktop Flare application. You continue to author your project content locally in Flare, and then sync your files with the clone project on Central. Authors can view and work with a project in Central as long as they are associated with that project. There are a few ways to become associated with a project. First, you can upload a project to Central yourself. Second, another user can add you to his or her project. And third, if you have Manage Teams and Projects permission, you can open your profile and add yourself to a project. Once you're associated with a project in Central, you can open it. And a drop-down in the upper left corner of the interface lets you quickly open any other projects you've uploaded. As with your home dashboard, you can populate each project dashboard with widgets that you find useful. You can open the Builds view to generate, view, and manage output from a target. The Checklists view lets you create checklists so that you can keep track of work related to your uploaded Flare projects. You can create two kinds of checklists, project and generic. Project checklists are integrated with your Flare project files. Generic checklists can be created for whatever purpose you can think of, such as a product release to-do list. The Files view is a read-only page that lets you see the files in your project, including the code and commit history. The Commits view can be used to see details about all of the changes for the project that have been uploaded to Central over time. And finally, the Reports view is used to scan your project and display critical reports. For example, if you have any broken links or undefined variables in the project, this page will let you know. The Analytics page lets you view user activity on published Flare HTML5 output. This includes search phrases used, search phrases with no results, topics viewed, context-sensitive help calls, and demographic statistics, browsers, and operating systems. This information can be very useful for making improvements to your Flare projects. For example, maybe you've integrated micro-content into your HTML5 search results. When you view the analytics on Central, you see that a lot of people are searching for information on a particular feature, but the report shows that you don't have any micro-content for it yet. So you can add some micro-content to your project and republish. The Tasks page lets you keep track of work that needs to be completed and visualize the workflow. When creating a task, you can provide various kinds of information, including a priority level, related Flare project, start and end dates, assigned user, and more. Options at the top of the page let you see tasks in multiple views. The board consists of 3 preset milestones: to do, in progress, and completed. You can move tasks from one milestone to another as work progresses. The grid view shows tasks in a row format. You can click a task name to edit it. Also, you can use the checkboxes to select one or more rows in order to take action on all those tasks at once, such as moving them to another milestone or deleting them. The calendar view displays tasks in a calendar format for the day, week, and month, with task cards listed to the left. Small color-coded circles represent tasks and their priority levels. The backlog view displays tasks that are not yet complete and need to be removed from the workflow. The idea is that backlog tasks will be revisited in the future so that they can be completed. The archive view displays tasks that have been finished and moved out of the current workflow. It's sort of like putting boxes of old documents into the attic. You want them out of the way, but can retrieve them later if necessary. The Reviews page lets you view and manage Flare files that have been sent out for review. Both authors and subject matter experts can use the panes on this page to open Flare topics and snippets in an editor to the right. You can make edits and insert comments into the file. All changes are automatically saved and tracked, and everyone assigned to review a file can make edits to it at the same time. When reviewers are finished reviewing a file, they click Submit. After all reviewers have submitted the file, the author is informed through an email. The author can then close out the review process in Flare, accept or reject any changes, and accept the file back into the Flare project, thus replacing the old version of the file. The Sites page lets you manage and view sites on the license. A site is a collection of information about an output and its destination. This includes the ability to set output as live, meaning it can be viewed by the public. You can also set sites as private, which means you can choose who is allowed to see the output by logging into it. Central also lets you have control over the domains or URLs that are used for published output. You can use a default URL provided by Central, or you can map to your own host domains. It's up to you. The Sites feature even lets you create themes in order to control the look of certain interface elements that your end users will see. The Translation option lets you request a quote for translating your Flare projects and other files. This quote originates from Mad Translations, which is the translation services division of Madcap Software. Just click Translation on the left side of Central, select your Flare projects and targets, complete the fields on the right side, and click Submit. Within 2 business days, you'll receive a reply from Mad Translations. Widgets are standalone information objects that let you see data at a glance and provide quick access to certain areas. After information has been added to your system, you'll probably find it useful to add widgets to your home dashboard, as well as to individual project dashboards. Users can customize their own dashboards to meet individual preferences and work habits. Check out the online help for more details about all these features and how to get started with Madcap Central.